Right, so this is from It's a Gundam. We all know who he is. For those who don't know, he's a commentator. He's a comedy commentator. He talks about pop culture things or anything that goes on in his mind about things. He usually sticks in a particular set of anything that begins in the gaming space, social aspect space that falls back to gaming in some sense, or just commentary in general on what's popular, especially against like streamers and stuff who are acting stupid. So let's or content creators, depending on what the situation is. So pretty much like think of himself as like a more New York version of like Moist Critical, but a little bit more less friendly. Anyway, so let's see it here. It says It's a Gundam, female streamers and false sincerity, being sincere. All right, so let's see what this is about.
If you're here like rage baiting or objectifying me or really anything like that,
It's a Gundam.
He's sexy without knowing he's sexy, and that's really sexy.
As streaming becomes more prominent in the cultural zeitgeist, staged meetings, drama, altercations, and situations, live streaming has become the fakest thing you can watch. There's more authenticity in a 90s show like Frasier than your average popular live stream, and it's better written.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Bro is not wrong. Like it's kind of like streaming and RRL stuff now feels like the new version of what Flavor Flav brought to like reality TV. No, that's the Yankee Doodle. A lot of people think it's the Barney song, but the Barney song is based off Yankee Doodle. That's the irony about that. The funny thing about streaming is like it's now in a strange reverse situation where everything is in question that if it's real or not, is it staged, right? When our IRL brought the idea what authenticity was, and now because everyone's a streamer and everyone's trying to, collab with virtually everyone. So even people who have beef with each other will be making fake beef. This is what Mikey said. It's like 90s wrestling, over the top acting with manufactured drama sometimes. Yep. That's literally it. That's the craziest thing. Yep, that's literally it.
To boot. Of the 7 deadly sins of streaming, we're focusing on false sincerity. In the age of rage bait and nuisance streamers, some female streamers have adopted the marketing ploy of sincerity, while being hypocrites, infantilizing themselves, morally grandstanding. It's a lot easier to do these things than to be genuinely entertaining. Valkyrie, the rumored girlfriend of Hassan Piker, is the Super Saiyan Blue of false sincerity, to the point of becoming retarded, trying to virtue signal.
How old are you? Because I've been thinking about, how young is someone to collab with? You know what I mean?
I don't think being young is not the only thing as a factor. It's how new they are. Because if you are streaming with someone who is super new and you have more experience, you have to be more cautious in how you collab with them, because it can lead to a situation where people might think you're the higher authority in the situation, or you have more of the power dynamic or something, where you have the bigger following, so everything you say might override what that person says, especially with their fan base, and their fan base might know who you are already by default. That's one thing, because you guys could be the same age, but if you have a bigger following than another person, that can be easily skewed. Yeah, so it's insane. Like, it'll definitely influence them too or something. Yes, because that's what that is. It's like, I think not only age should come and play into that, but also size. This is why they said you should always like stream with people in similar sizes of you, so there's not much of a big influence pull on each other. So if you're like 1,000, if you have 10,000 followers, you should at least be streaming with someone between 9,000 or at max 15,000. I don't think a 10,000 person should hang out with someone who's like 50,000 or even 20,000. There should be at least like 5,000 difference between each other. Yeah, I think there should be like a 5,000 like difference. So if you're 10,000, you should at least at max hang out with someone who's 5,000, or at least in between 12 or 13,000. You know what I'm saying? Like 10,000 to 15,000 at max. That's the max you should hang out with, right? But no one who's 10,000, they gotta measure their weight and see if they're worthy. We'll cover that later. But yeah, I think that makes sense. I think age and size influence, because they can be easily because especially if they're brand new, they're going to do what the bigger streamer does. They're gonna most likely listen to the bigger streamer. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yana wanted to play games with me, and she's 19.
Yeah, this is why I was talking to Bean about this very thing. Like, she was like, "You sure you want to do the whole like making people pay to play game with you?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm still kind of like trying to figure out how to get rid of that or not, because a lot of people are not incentivized to use it, right? And it's just no one uses it, right? Except like probably Flynn. I still think we should make people pay for that, because the likelihood they're not going to troll.
Even though she's a woman, it feels inappropriate. You know what I mean? You're a 25 teen.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying it's not inappropriate. I'm just saying when women do it, it's not as heinous as a man doing it. So like if a 25 or a 20, like say a 27-year-old is playing game with a 19-year-old or 18-year-old, they're gonna see that as weird. But if a woman does it, it's not gonna be as heinous. It'll be still seen as weird, but it's not gonna be seen as predatory. It's just gonna be seen as weird. You know what I'm saying? Like when people say when I do something weird, it's always in the realms of some type of predatory like behavior, and more of a putting yourself in a position of being like you're probably exploiting someone in a very attractive manner, if you get what I'm trying to say. In most cases, that's why that dude is doing those things. But when a woman does it, it could be possibility that she is doing the same thing, or there's another interior motive. You know what I'm saying? For most people, when men do things, they always think it's always between money and or sex. For what women, it's like money, sex, or something beyond that. There's a third or fourth or fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth factor to it, or she's just genuinely being nice or something like that. Because they'll sometimes give excuses to women who does very questionable behavior. It happens.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay, maybe that's.
She's trying so hard not to be weird that it comes off weird.
Yep.
Just play the damn game and act normal for once in your life.
Yes.
God, I wish I made so much money from being average in every aspect of life that not even my thoughts are my own. It reminds me of a picture of Dorian Gray when Lord Henry said,
"The aim of life is self-development, to realize one's nature perfectly. That's what each of us is here for." People are afraid of themselves nowadays.
Even though she's a woman, it feels inappropriate.
They have forgotten the highest of all duties, the duties to oneself. Of course, they are charitable, they feed the hungry, and they clothe the beggar.
Right? If you ain't gonna play, pass the controller. Perfectly said, Mikey.
But their souls starve, and they are naked. Courage has gone out of our race. Perhaps we never really had it at all.
You're a 25 teen? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay, maybe that's old enough. How old is Arky for reals? Yeah, Yana's 19. She's a beautiful baby angel that can sing and is gorgeous, and she's been wanting to play games, and I was like, man, I just don't know how to, like, maybe if it's like a group thing, and I'm like, what kind of game?
Frankly, the biggest issue in her day, week, or even month is whether or not to play a video game with a 19-year-old streamer. God, I wish those were my problems.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know.
No one's gonna find that weird. No one's gonna find it as heinously weird compared to a dude doing it. If a dude were to play a game with a 19-year-old streamer that happens to be a girl and he's a dude and he's like 27 or near 30, they'll say he's there because he's trying to smash and he's probably a predator. You see what they did to Sakuno? They kept on calling him a predator when he was he was having sex with girls who was his own age or around his age. He was just going after smaller streamers. They kept on changing the word predator. Yep. They kept on using the word predator, and then when you look into it, he didn't do anything with anyone that was close to like 18 or anything. Right? There's the not interested on button on video suggestions. Yeah, sleep well, bro. Have a good night, B. But yeah, that's later, bro. That's the problem right there. We keep changing the terms of what thing, and I think it's solely to destroy men, because Sakuna was only doing stuff with girls that were around his age. The only reason why I think that they kept on using the word predator is because he was going after girls who were smaller in influence than him when it comes to like, because he was banging VTubers and streamers. Like, he was banging both worlds here. Because bro looks, Sukuno in his face doesn't look all that. I don't know how we brought this man up. I don't know why. The dude in looks kind of average. He looks pretty average. He doesn't look, all that high and I kind of like, is it Pete Davidson? I think it's Pete Davidson. I think that's his name. He was able to smash Ariana Grande. He was able to smash Kim Kardashian. He was able to smash some other famous female celebrities that we all know.
I mean, I'm not sure who that is, but
is that weird?
It's crazy. We say to give a woman power is like to give a gun to a monkey.
Yeah, Ben the Don. He's practically Epstein. He streamed with her and he's like 40. Oh my god, is that problematic? I don't know. Tell me, chat.
Alright, you see what I'm saying about female streamers? They are the absolute worst, and the root of all of Twitch's problems. Now, I know, you might think that I'm being misogynistic, but it's just straight facts. The day Twitch let e-girls get away with not actually playing games, it all snowballed into the shit we have now. Anti-American political streamers that have never been punched in the face even though they so richly deserve it. Socialists and porn stars now run the roost. Boomers got a lot of things wrong, but they had one thing right, and that was keeping communists and sex workers down. They didn't let those two groups of people be seen in a positive light.
Valkyrie reacts to QT Cinderella.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Keep the socialist communist person and the porn star down. Never give them power. See what happens.
Catching heat on social media.
If that chick catches heat, she deserves it 9 times out of 10. If not, 11 times out of 10. How do you like that?
Damn.
Beauty,
He ain't lying.
I do think your tone doesn't help because you inherently sound really angry all the time. You sound really, and she knows. I was like, you're very blunt. I think it's your tone, you're blunt, and it just comes off.
Wait, ain't that Pokimane? Oh my god, that is not Pokimane. I don't think that's Pokimane. That's another stream. Oh my god, these chicks be looking the same. Bro, I thought that was Pokimane. Wait, take them back to base and convert them to your side. The options of doing this is questionable, but you do get another ally. Yeah, it's Kirkland brand Pokimane. It's Kirkland brand Pokimane. I thought that was Pokimane. I don't think that is.
Poorly, especially, and I was like, you're also the whitest woman I know.
Bro, you are not Pokimane? Bro, these women be looking like each other way too much. I think I actually mistaken this chick for Pokimane again. And I think it's a Gundam video. The side where it looks like, well, it kind of does. Holy, hey, Brad, what's up, bud?
And it also is just, you being so white. It just...
Okay, what? Okay, why do we say this? Why do people say this? Why do white people say this? It's a weird self-hatred thing. Why do y'all say that? Because if a black person were to say that same thing, a black person or black woman were to say that same thing, they'd be ostracized by their community almost off rip. Like almost off rip. Or even like an Asian person would to say that by their own community, they'll say that off rip. I think when they say that, they're trying to be cool with minorities. I think that's what that is. Like, it's a weird thing. They're trying to be cool with minorities by saying you're so white to another white person. It's very weird because a black person saying you're acting too black to another black person, they'll instantly be met with being ostracized. It's weird.
It doesn't help.
Actually, I don't trust my friend. Right? I don't trust y'all when I don't trust when white people say things like that. Something about that just feels really weird.
It doesn't help, but I know her. I know her heart. It's just because she wants to help.
Shut when you think about it.
Well, that was eloquent. Damn, cutie. Ever thought about not being white?
I'm sure Valkyrie would say that this was a joke. It's her
Right.
usual defense when somebody clips something she said that's absolutely stupid, and it shows you that she's really airheaded, and she should thank the Lord above that streaming existed and Valorant did, or else she'd probably be flipping burgers somewhere.
Probably never having kids. It is what it is. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can.
I'm pretty sure that didn't go well. Yeah, I remember. Okay, so comment said, I remember. I gotta have a thing to speak for me. I remember seeing this video where the group of white friends agreed to do racism in reverse for a vid for black friends. Whoever had that idea is beyond me. The police had a good laugh at it. I'm pretty sure that didn't end well. I'm pretty sure they did get a good laugh
maybe
at it.
she's going with it. Maybe it's clinical depression. Hey, listen, depression is not just for the rich and famous. It's also for you poor sluts out there too.
Anyways, whatever. I'm a fresh auntie. I don't even care about anything anymore.
It's not even that. When she said she better age like wine, like after making that comment, she just said did she just prop herself up as an auntie? I don't think even aunties like to be called themselves as the metaphorical auntie. I don't think that's a good thing. Yeah.
I actually cannot believe how much I love this thing that can't take care of itself. And it made me think babies truly are so incapable.
They're babies. They're babies. It's very rare for a baby to be capable of anything. Like, very, 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 it's a baby. Right? That's the whole point of a baby. Like, literally. Like, a baby is literally a useless human. It's a temporary useless human.
Like, actually incapable of doing anything.
It's a baby. It doesn't do taxes. It doesn't cook or clean. It doesn't even think. It just does. And then when it gets some consciousness by, like, what, the age of 3? Or 4. I'm just like 3.5. Maybe even, like, late into 2. Your heavies are literally life source. Yes. Like, literally. Yeah, under-level human. Correct. That's crazy. That is correct. Guys, is the chat moving? I don't think the chat is moving. So now my baby's going to have to do taxes when they work a 9 to 5. They're tiny people that went through the trauma of birth. Meanwhile, baby giraffes fall like 6 feet to the ground and already knows how to run. Remember seeing a vodka where a baby for worse in 2 months and was put me down. Hi Nate. Okay. That was to my dad. Okay.
Except for trying to survive.
That's the point of a baby.
It's wild. It's actually
How is that wild? That's like pretty self-explanatory. How is that wild?
crazy. Like the concept of a baby. It was so cool.
What?
Valkyrie was shocked after realizing babies don't do anything by themselves. Of course I was joking, but you already knew that.
It's not funny at all.
And her jokes, what are they? Where's the punchline? Where's the setup? This is why Hawk Tuah took off like a
Right.
rocket when she came out. Because that girl at least had a concept of what funny was. And women across the country lost their minds thinking that she was George Carlin for a year. Because they finally came across a white woman that could deliver a joke with a kind of funny line. And everybody's like, oh my god, she's a monster talent.
Only to find out that she wasn't. It was just a redneck girl telling you how she sucks off her boyfriend Pookie. Jesus, help me.
Oh, someone please stop him!
Stop me before I go crazy. Remember when, like, Valkyrie was supposed to be in Minecraft?
And Lord knows all these video game adaptation movies. Could you guys stop
Wait,
like going
what?
to stream?
Oh, random fact. Apparently I was white when I was a baby and then got dark. Well, that happens to all babies if you just came out of the womb. No babies, like most babies look look pinkish and or white when they come out of the womb. Most of them, majority of them, usually come out and look like that. And then over time, it's just like ever seen a Yorkie? A Yorkie usually looks black and brown and it looks really like small and just black. When they get older, they get much lighter. Majority of most babies go that way, no matter what race. Most of them, if they just come out of the womb and they're like a couple of months or like a few weeks, they'd be looking all like that.
Streamers are putting them in films. We don't need to see these movies. In fact, we're all sick of them. Anyway, she ran her mouth about
Because that crap happened to me too.
Jason Momoa to virtue signal on Jason the Ween's show. Her and the rest of these LA streamers, they all circle jerk each other and hang out, and then they give each other awards. You've seen it.
Jesus, you probably, bro. I got you, bro.
Right. So, Minecraft movie.
Also, I look Chinese. Still do.
Cameo in the Minecraft movie. It's coming out. I would have to say
Now they say I look Vietnamese. Vietnamese. Vietnamese.
Jason Momoa.
Really? Aquaman?
Oh, damn.
I just saw him like mistreat some of the crew, and it was pretty disappointing. It was after a very intense scene, and it was a very emotional scene, so maybe he was still in character. I don't know, but I just was kind of surprised by how he treated like some of the crew, and it was like,
What would he do? Like he said, give me a coffee.
he was just really mad at them that they weren't doing something right. It was like setting up like the shot and stuff.
And so, can you imagine how many lives this is going to be saving?
So anyway, she got cut from the film. proving that she has more money than sense. How do I say this? Ever thought of not saying something, girl? It could be a lucrative business move. She probably won't get another job in Hollywood, thankfully, because somebody will realize, hey, she's kind of stupid. She's not rich because she's a big thinker. You know what I'm saying? The lights are on and no one is ever home.
Valkyrie confirms she was cut from Minecraft, sparking fan speculation is tied to her past comments accusing Jason Momoa of mistreating Quill.
Jason Momoa could literally drop kick someone working in catering. And if they hired me for the Minecraft movie and signed me for $1 million, I wouldn't say shit. I'd help Jason.
I'd go over and kick that motherfucker. But didn't you hear Jason say no man?
Esther Emily is an interesting case of a 30-year-old woman infantilizing herself to her fan base, doing baby talk segments that one can best describe as pure cringe.
Oh, I've been hearing about this chick. She's been in a bunch of controversies as of recent. I forgot. I think she was the one who made the comment that every streamers who are famous is using bots, and she said if they can use bots, why can't I? She was like trying to justify the idea of faking your audience or some crap, and I think she got a lot of flack for that. I don't know. That's the only time I've heard of her, but I think she's a big streamer. I don't remember.
Thank you, chat, for 15,000 subs.
I'm not gonna lie to you, women. This even goes to the girlfriend as well. When y'all have long ass nails, you look insane. And it's okay to have nails. I'm not saying that. When they're long as hell, it looks crazy. Most men do not care for that crap. No man cares about that crap. Yeah, that's an instant red flag for me. I think you're probably insane. Right?
To her fan base, doing baby talk segments that one can best describe as pure cringe.
Oh, that's what she does? There's no way. That's her shtick? That's her shtick? She talks like a baby? Yeah, well, you can't type it right properly. Jesus.
Thank you, chat, for 15,000 subs. I really appreciate it. I never ever thought that I would hit so many subs, so thank you for your support.
Yeah, Nathaniel's right. Grown woman, by the way. Grown woman. If a grown man did this, he'd be called a predator. Yeah, I hear it.
What the hell is even that?
Daddy, chill.
And the only way you're into it is if you're one of those people that call themselves a small and you suck on a pacifier, or you're a really weird dude. In one of her most viral clips that may have started the snowball effect of the Extra Emily train, she was running red lights for the thinking it was really funny. Chat ate it up and the kids loved it. They were like, yeah, go girl, a non-driving Asian, love to see it.
I better see all the pink. Yes. What's this?
Most of you watching are gonna go, the f is that? That's what you deserve. This is who I am. A clown!
Leading to a Twitch ban that lasted about as long as the last shit my dog took, and she became a superstar. She has since become one of the most annoying streamers on the platform, and when accused of botting, she crashed out and took 3 weeks off.
Only to return and annoy normal people trying to live their lives.
Damn.
This is so ridiculous.
Oh my god, so many ads. I'll be fine if you can pick.
Time to leave.
Especially when we all turn on ad blocker, so.
That was great.
In all of her interactions, she acts like a small child. But during a podcast with the usual rich LA streamer socialist, she admits to going through more bodies than the Predator. I could go into the odd subculture of average-looking Asian women being more sexually promiscuous than an alley cat, but I'd rather be outside, so let's just keep this moving.
I have a note in my Apple folder. It has the list of every person that I've had sex with, and I rank the sex. And
Girl, let me see.
What? Why are we sharing this? Why are we sharing this? You see what happens? What has happened now? We live at a time where people have no filter and they just don't think. Why? Yes, why do you have a list? That tells me they're probably other streamers. Yep, she has a crack list, right? She has a tier list. She has a crack tier list, or a tier system of who people she cracked. So that means, oh Jesus, I'm pretty sure the people she's cracking is streamers. Global leaderboard. I'm pretty sure who she's referring to isn't regular dudes. I think she's talking about streamers. And he didn't tell he had a list till everyone told his business. She told her business. So that tells me that she probably has a list of streamers that she cracked, and then if one of them get out of line, all she had to do is just he hugged me a little too tight. He was a little too rough during our intercourse. I was deaf in one ear and I didn't hear what he said, but I said and consented anyway. This one has her list. This one has a nice hug, but he's a minute man. Bro. Bro, hey yo. Oh man.
I rank the dick. Is that weird?
That's awesome.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It has the list of every person that I've had sex with, and I rank the sex. And
Girl, let me see.
It was an accident. I was like, how the hell was an accident? I don't know who the baby's father is. How do you not know? You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you get drunk every time when you're not around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're playing these weird mind games. Like, what are we doing?
For like my body count and stuff, right? So then I have.
She's responsible.
I have
Can I
this
see?
list.
Oh my god, that's awesome! I can't wait to see that.
Let's just hope for the fact she doesn't have one. So what she was trying to do is say something insane, but probably, I'm pretty sure she said that because Hassan was sitting right there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. She probably said what she said because she's next to Hassan. That's the only reason. What reason would she say that for any other reason? Like what? You know what I'm saying?
She needs to keep track of her body count. That means the number is fairly high if you could just randomly forget.
right?
LA is such a shithole because people like this are allowed to vote and suffer no ill effects of being poor in such a broken state and culture that surrounds it.
You have been out there.
Wait, really? I had a whole phase. I had a whole
Good
phase.
for you.
That right there should disqualify you being married at all. When women say this, that is not cute. That is not cute to say. Any dude who hears this and think that's cute and you are married, that you are the reason why she's like that. That is not cute at all. That is not cute. No man wants the neighborhood bicycle. Just like how every girl doesn't want a dude who's like sleeping around with every girl either. Like girls don't like a high count of man just like how a man does like a high count girls. They really don't.
College.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah, the likelihood you finding a virgin will be very low, but when you're in double digits and you're just proud of that, that's not good. That is not good. And I'm saying like that's not good. That might work if you're a teenager because you're not really thinking about that, but when you're an adult now with responsibilities and stuff, saying that is very embarrassing. Ask nearly every adult, nearly 90% of most adults. Tell me if I'm lying. And millennials heard this. When growing up, you always heard when someone was not a virgin, they always tell you stay a virgin. There's a reason why that was a thing. A lot of you probably know what I'm talking about. You will know people who are not virgins, but when they hear that you're a virgin or something, they'll always encourage you to stay a virgin. Why is that? Like the true people who care about you will tell you stay a virgin. And not even for like religious reasons. They'll just say like don't make the mistake of just having sex with some loser idiot, whether it be a chick or a dude. People who literally care about you will tell you don't just throw your first time away. Save it someone who actually gives a literal rat's ass about you. Like just don't give away because it's cool, because you're gonna regret that highly. That goes for both men and women. Yeah, saying you have a hoe phase, that should disqualify you from being married. I like almost off rip.
Yes, I wanted to remember.
Jesus Christ. It's like I am peering into an alternate reality where sensibility is thrown out of the window to congratulate a woman for being used like a public pool. Then she gets on stream and does baby talk.
Thank you, chat. I really appreciate it.
Extra Emily and Sykkuno are perfect examples of streamers turning 30 years old, and when they get caught doing messed up things, they act like an anime character instead of just owning up to what they did.
I love how the Asian community can actually cut out the other Asians for being stupid. Because it's true, I can see a t-shirt with a lion wearing a backwards cap saying, oh wait, you're thinking, I talk about the backwards cap and they have the chair, they put the chair backwards and say they want to talk to you or something like that. Yeah, they should collab. Until one kicks the bucket, right?
Bro, I unironically hate LA streamers. If they were a race of people, I would be racist towards them full stop. I'd go full Clayton Bigsby.
Like, their names, and then I have like the sex
Those
rating.
are so funny.
Are they thorough?
These
are most men just like really bad?
They're all horrible.
Really?
Maybe
But you're talking about like Columbia undergrads, like of course.
Yeah.
Like,
What makes them bad? I'm curious.
He's gay!
Unique.
Like they don't. Okay, I don't think I've ever finished with a guy.
Did they make an effort to make you finish?
So funny.
They try and I just give up.
Okay,
I
so
just stop.
This is, imagine being a dad hearing this. Imagine being her father hearing this. I will be so disappointed. I would be so embarrassed. You are literally, oh my God.
Yeah, and on that point, I'm also giving up because I'm losing brain cells just listening to this, looking at a room of people, all of them are millionaires for being absolute dog shit, and you can quote me on it. Pokimane is the queen of virtue signaling, and being a hypocrite on a level that even makes Darkside Phil seem remotely sensible. In this classic clip, hanging out with Jason the Ween, yet again, while on vacation in another country, living lavishly, she exposes herself and him for being the usual brain-dead LA liberals that made a lot of money from doing nothing and have no real basis in reality.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? The wealth disparity is getting bad.
Why would you ask this question when you're rich as hell?
No, and it's not because to me personally, like I understand, you know, if you need to make money, right? For me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew.
This sounds like
She's an idiot.
Sort of flex a rich person does. I know Hassan Piker does it, and he loves flaunting his wealth. But whatever, she hates the rich. She really does. Unless it's time to go to a rich person's birthday party, then she loves it. And she loves to give $1,000 gifts.
Hello, welcome.
I hope you don't mind. I had to bring some help.
Oh, hey, no worries, no worries. Oh my God, the neighbor. Yo, what's good, bro?
Nice to see you. We met.
Yeah.
They're not happy about that. You do know that, right? The way he said that didn't sound too happy that he's here. You know that, right? He kind of probably felt annoyed a little bit. The way he said that, he's like, "Oh, the neighbor. What's up, bro?" Yeah, he didn't want to be here. He didn't want to be. He wanted Pokey to come by herself. Yeah, right. The way he said that sounded a little disappointed. He's like, "Ah, he's here. Great. I guess he wasn't just a fling. He actually is the boyfriend, Loki." Because like she didn't say this is her boyfriend, but we all know that's her boyfriend. Come on.
I had to bring some help.
No, hey, no worries, no worries. Oh my God, the neighbor. Yo, what's good, bro?
Nice to see you. We met.
Yeah, we met.
The wealth disparity is getting bad, and we hate the rich.
Ironic. Ah, the neighbor boyfriend. Pokimane has yellow fever.
Still, can I say that?
This birthday party stream is the perfect example of the current K-shaped economy we are living in. And I think California is just the greatest state to show you what a K-shaped economy looks like.
The wealth disparity is getting bad, and we hate the rich.
Oh, she needs some help with this?
Damn, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
It's $1,000 AOT statue.
Oh my god, Cody, you
It's nothing crazy. It's just a chain.
A chain? Oh my god, thank you, bro.
All the way from China.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Majority of these people are super fickle, super fake, and they do not like each other. Majority of them do not like each other. They just tolerate each other because it's financially beneficial to each other. You'd be surprised how many of these people hate one another. They don't talk to one another. They don't hang out with one another outside the stream that they do. Once the stream is off, they go the hell home. They don't stay around each other like that. They don't care. They do not like each other. I'm telling you now.
We hate the rich.
This is the type of unearned wealth that quickly makes a person lose touch of reality, especially in this day and age, doing a job that literally...
Right? Capitalism's bad, right? You're right, bro. Yeah, it looks like a collar. I said the same thing, but I didn't say it. But Mikey was right. It does look like a collar. I'm glad you caught that. I thought it was a collar myself, too. I thought it was like a choker collar thing. Yep, he's got to probably throw it away.
A chimp could do. This is why Pokimane is hated now, because she's so far out of touch. Her friend base and circle is just as financially and mentally stunted.
You ever notice that Pokimane usually takes photos of people that end up doing something really horrible and they get canceled for it or arrested for murder? I don't know. Go look into it yourself.
This is fine.
Well, anyway, Pokimane loves to go on TikTok and flaunt her wealth, despite the fact of saying she's not rich. And Mrs. I Hate the Rich was buying all of her assistants thousands of dollars worth of clothing from top brands.
Here's everything I got my assistants to thank them for all that they do. And don't worry, I got something for you too. For assistant number 1, she's a bit older than me and has a really chic and classy look, so I got her these gorgeous Louis Vuittons as a timeless addition to her closet. For assistant number 2, she feels like a little sister to me.
Correct? He didn't want to offend grandma because you guys lost for Christmas.
She's such a sweetheart and loves cute things, so I got her this adorable Dior wallet and all of these pretty MEJ clips. Assistant number...
When she talks like this, when she talks like this, I get so irritated. Maybe because I know it's fake, but like this is when women talk like this, it's only cute when you know it's genuine. When you know it's not genuine, it is irritating as hell.
3 just got engaged, so I gifted her this gorgeous embroidered robe that says pride, as well as these beautiful vide poche in bone china. And vide poche means emptying your pockets, so it's perfect for anything you want to store delicately, but that you use daily, like maybe her wedding ring. Last but not least, assistant number 4 is such a cool girl, very trendy, and has a great eye. So I got her these vintage Chanel ballet flats. I hope she'll...
And we hate the rich.
We'll just gloss over her having bought herself an engagement ring.
The craziest part is when I said she hates the rich. Bro said, "Aren't you rich?" She said, "No," right? It's moments like this that makes me enjoy being a little more. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, it's what is your time? Yep. Mikey said it. It's the type of voice that's followed up by by the boyfriend saying, "Okay, what is it that you want this time?" Yeah, when they start talking like this, they need or want something. They're not like this.
For like 20 grand, right before she found the Asian neighbor that isn't her boyfriend in her high-rise apartment worth God knows how many millions of dollars, because nothing says opulence like paying millions of dollars for an apartment. We'll move on, right? Do you remember when Schaefer V2 did a video on Pokimane's rebranded cookies that silently went off the market for the second time? Well, anyway, after Schaefer's video came out, Pokimane had a rebuttal video on TikTok.
Last but not least, the cookies company, which I launched like 2-3 years ago. Unfortunately, the launch for that did not go as we planned, but let's go into the lesson right away. It taught me that what it means to be a content creator is very, very, very different from what it means to be a business owner. There are certain things that most businesses can get away with that you cannot do if you are creator backed.
Correct, yes, the cookie that nobody bought. You're right.
So as soon as I realized, oh, maybe this isn't the right time for me to be the face of a product, I stepped away from the company and I let them just continue operating as they please. I didn't take any profits, though it was making money, but that would go straight to staff or other investments. And yeah, that was 2 or 3 years ago. I think they might have started winding down since then. But
this girl was wearing white lace gloves. This video was so Marie Antoinette coded, it was insane. Let them buy overpriced cookies. And you know, ironically, her and Marie Antoinette have a lot in common. Oh no, an actual business required work, whoa!
It says, not the begging voice. The fucking cookies nobody buys. I'm not touching those. For all I know, she did the...
Oh, and even then she still passed it off to somebody else.
Pokimane says she no longer feels comfortable streaming after constantly being objectified.
One of the stupidest things she said in a hot minute. Because the next month she started posting professional photos of herself when she turned 30. In an attempt not to sexualize herself.
I don't want to sound ungrateful saying this, but I just want to say, like, I essentially want to set new rules in my chat of, like, what is or isn't okay. Because I want to be very comfortable streaming. I want to feel respected by the people in my chat. If you're here, like, rage baiting or objectifying me or really anything like that, I think maybe when I was younger, like, I would kind of talk shit with the chat a lot more. Like, they expect me to still be, like, the 21-year-old version of myself, which, frankly, I'm just not.
There's literally, like, a clip of her shaking her ass that was, like, a year ago.
But just tell me what you want me to do. I'll be like your little... Yes, Daddy.
There's so many clips of her shaking her ass. It's like one of her favorite things to say is ass shaking.
This song makes me want to shake some ass, too.
And what about...
This is who I am. This is who I am. Sometimes I want to shake a little ass.
But she doesn't have any ass, though. If anything, I think Alinity has real ass than she does. She doesn't have any ass. What the hell? She know how to move hips, but she has no ass. What's she talking about? What the hell? I'm being honest though. I'm being dead honest. I think everyone can see that though. You know. Yeah, no bakery accepted. Immediately regrets it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even Silver. I'm pretty sure I have more ass than she does. That's how crazy that is. Like Alinity, and she's like, I don't think she's as popular, but she's still popular. I think she still does dumb stuff, but not as the same as she. But she actually has real ass.
For fun, not for weirdos.
I'm guessing that Pokemon's neighbor wasn't cool with her being slightly sexualized or something, and she had a change of heart. That's usually the only time women will object to objectifying themselves. When they're social media addicts or social media obsessed, and they make their money off of how they look. Good night and goodbye. I have to work on a commission bill to make some real money for change, so I'm out of here. We're cutting this short. I can't take any more stew.
Damn. Actually, yeah, I've been told that too. I don't like it when they tell me that. When I think of it now, it kind of bothers me now. But with that said, like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. Guys, enjoy this and all that great stuff. Thank you guys for watching all great stuff. I will edit this one. I'll actually put this on the reaction channel. I might see. So that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Yeah.